Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. MTSU's School of Music recently launched its first ever capital campaign, which is called appropriately, Where Every Note Counts. The campaign focuses on expanding scholarship opportunities for students in our School of Music, as well as members of the Band of Blue, which consists of majors beyond music and across the university. Here to tell us all about it is Dr. Jenny Snodgrass, Director of the MTSU School of Music. Jenny, welcome to Out of the Blue.
Thank you so much.
We're glad to have you here. You're wrapping up your first year as Director of the School of Music. So let's start with a very baseline question. Tell me about the School of Music and what you're most proud of.
It's a loud building. I'll start with that. It's really loud and it's extremely active. And so when I have people from other parts of campus come over and they're like, how do you get anything done? Because I'm down there with all the percussionists and the trombone players and trumpets and singers. And to me, that's just growth and that's alive. Mm-hmm. A music building that is quiet is not a good thing. Mm-hmm. Music building that's robust and full of energy, that's what I want. So I think the School of Music at MTSU is just made up of so many different types of students from so many backgrounds with so many instruments. Just in a weekend, you can go and hear an opera. We just did Carmen this last semester, and you can go hear orchestra and wind ensemble, but then our jazz programs and our steel band and percussion, you just never know what you're gonna hear. And I think that's what I can say that's really distinctive about us, is that everything that we do, we're all invested in it. So when you go to the opera, for instance, you'll see percussionists there coming to watch. When you go to salsa band, you're gonna see our vocal music education majors. It's a very supportive environment because we're all musicians.
You're passionate about your students, you want them to succeed, and that's why Every Note Counts has been a priority for you and a real pride point emerging after your first year. Talk about that and why it's important.
Well, when I asked the students when I came here, and the faculty, to be honest, I said, what do you want to be known for? And they said, we want to be known as a place where every voice can come to the table and where everybody is represented in a sense of belonging. So we redid our mission statement and talked through that as faculty and students. And then I asked the students, I said, what would be like a tagline? Like how do you feel? And somebody said, where everybody belongs, and then somebody said, where every note counts. I'm like, that's perfect.
I love moments like that.
I know, it was
that
great.
Is so cool.
But it was all student focused. We didn't write that, the students did.
Nice.
You know, going into a capital campaign, the first one in the history of the School of Music, we decided we wanted it to all be about scholarships because we want every student to have an opportunity that wants to be involved in music. And so when you're doing a capital campaign with Where Every Note Counts, it just goes to those stories of those students, right? So if it's a major or a minor or just a participant, we want every single student that wants to be involved to be able to be involved. And that's what scholarships do for our School of Music.
Well, you've even gone a step deeper in that regard. A lot of students make their decision on where to attend based upon the amount of scholarship support they receive. So this is not only helping students, but it's also remaining competitive for the university to get the very best students, right?
That's right. And so I always compare our musicians to athletes because they start training so young. I mean, some string players start at the age of, 6 or 7, and they invest money and time into lessons, and vocalists and pianists, same thing. And so when you're looking to go to college, all the universities are going after those top musicians, just like athletes, right? And so scholarships, not only does it help them to get to come to school, it's also saying what validity we put on their talent that they're bringing into our institutions. So it's a very competitive field, and we're all competing for the same students, and scholarships help to give us just that little bit of an extra edge.
And also, like you mentioned, these, like athletes, they have to put investment of personal time, so much time, that cuts into their ability to get a job. Right. And so this scholarship support is crucial for many of those students.
It's crucial. Thank you for bringing that up, because I think that with our students that need to work outside, and a lot of our students do that too, and we recognize that, but it's also difficult when you're in concert season and you have dress rehearsals and 5-hour day rehearsals and all the rehearsals, you may not be able to go and take that extra shift. That may make the difference in whether you're able to completely pay your bill or pay for gas that week. It's a reality.
The School of Music is, of course, serving those dedicated music students. but you're also part of the fabric of the entire university. There's so much more than just the students that are technically majoring in music that you help. Can you talk a little bit about that, how you're a resource for the entire campus?
Yes, in so many ways. And I think that if you've ever been to a football game, I've talked about this before, but everybody's a part of that moment when they play the alma mater there at the beginning, when people are singing and swaying. If the fans are there, but so's the Band of Blue, you know, and that Band of Blue is there to build up the university spirit. And so that's through music. But when you look at our ensembles, we were at Soul and Tiba this past spring semester. Those are our choirs. And asked the students to raise their hands who were majors. And it's not the majority in some of our ensembles because people want to continue in music, even if there are other majors. So it's kind of a fabric of our life, right? So I always talk about you want music at the beginning of your life when you're a young child. You want at the end for comfort. What are we doing in the middle? It needs to be a part of our day-to-day life.
So you're giving donors a lot of opportunities to help your program, but also the entire university. So let's talk about some of those options. That includes the School of Music Excellence Foundation and other endowments, correct?
Right. We have the Band of Blue Excellence Fund, and those scholarships are given to Band of Blue members that have, you know, been in it for a year and have really invested. That allows them to stay in the Band of Blue, you know, through their junior and senior year and investing in that leadership, because we're not only just teaching music. I mean, in these ensembles and these opportunities, it's leadership too. But I think for the School of Music Excellence Fund, that's going to help with our other ensembles, as well as the School of Music as a whole, to allow those students to be invested in all the rehearsals and all the programming that go into having a successful School of Music.
If Meredith Kerr was here, our colleague in the College of Liberal Arts for fundraising, she would talk a lot about small gifts matter.
Oh, yeah.
The cumulative effect of that. Why is that important in your area as well?
Well, I think those little gifts add up, but it also shows to our students and to the community and to the university that we're invested in the arts. And even a gift of, you know, $25 a month for a year can go to helping a student make that difference between, again, taking that shift, staying in that ensemble, or deciding to be a music major or minor. If you look at Where Every Note Counts and goes to our website, there's a lot of different options that are there in how to support, whether it's long-term, whether it's a one-time gift, all of it matters.
So you mentioned your website. We're going to put that on the screen. Talk
Perfect.
about what folks will find there.
You'll find ways to give to the Where Every Note Counts campaign, but it's also going to have links out so you can watch our performances, you can see what our majors are doing. I'm really invested, and so are my faculty and students, into the story. How did the student get from here to here? So you're going to find student stories about how music has affected their life, but also ways to give. And I'm hoping to do a tour next year to where we go to different parts of the state and where our students can perform under the umbrella of Where Every Note Counts. Recruiting, of course, but also getting the word out that we're doing excellent things here in the School of Music.
Fantastic. You've got a great story to tell. I love it when people talk about storytelling because yours is a real pride point of the university. Dr. Jenny Snodgrass, Director of the School of Music, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.